Welcome to another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I am so excited to have on a 44-year-old from Pori, Finland. His hockey journey has taken him to Finland, Sweden, Czechia, Denmark, Italy, Germany, Kazakhstan, England, and Wales. He is the Shed's first Finn, and he is a legend of Finland, playing over 500 games in the SM-liiga, folks, with only two teams, Shed guy. Asat and Luko, and was one of the captains for 4 years in Asat. Mixed in a Swedish Elite League campaign. Then in 2010 decided to spread his wings and run amok of pretty near every league in Europe for the next 6 or 7 years. And I loved watching him run a half wall with the Jokers of Kaubeuren. Then, after mucking around Kazakhstan, he came to the Shed's honey hole, Cardiff, Wales, and promptly became a champion with yours truly. Welcome to my Shed, Markku Tähtinen.
Hello. That was pretty good start, hey? What are you talking about there?
Hey, man, I didn't know. Because, a guy joins your team and you play with them. And, I had played against you, so I knew who you were. But research team had never got hot. I didn't know you played in the top league in Finland for over 500 games.
That's how it all started, eh? It's quite many games, and I played Asset and Lukko. So it was, and one last year I played actually in Jokers and Pelicans too.
The research team got real hot. Yeah. I know all about what you've done now. And there's quite a few guys actually. I was thinking I didn't know that many Finns, that I hadn't played with many. But then once the research team started getting hot, I started remembering a few guys. Let's see here.
Okay.
Won the Danish championship with Anssi Rantanen.
Anssi Rantanen, he's a funny guy, hey?
Isn't he? He can get after it, that fella.
Oh my God, I love that guy. I played with him in Kazakhstan, so it was a pretty funny time with him.
You played with him in Kazakhstan. I don't even think that's the year I found. You played with him in Finland too, didn't you?
I play.
Or no, he played on the same team you played on, but later. Yeah.
Then later. Yeah, that's right. But I know the guy.
Yeah, I got a funny story about him, but I guess I can't bring it up for no reason, right? But he can get he can get after it, and we won gold helmets together, so I hope he still has his, right? Not the other guy. He only came into Denmark that season for the what's it called? The tournament there, not the Champions League, the one below it. What, the Continental Cup. So we hosted it in Sunderjyski, and we brought in Pauli Leva Kori. You know him?
Oh my God. I know him. He's the tall guy, almost 2 meters.
Big.
He's actually from oh my God. He's actually from my hometown here in Pori. He born here. We play like all the juniors together. And we played the same team in Asset and in Rauma. So I know Pauli really well.
He came in just for like the Continental Cup weekend. They hired a defenseman just for the weekend. It was pretty interesting.
That's pretty interesting, hey?
Well, it's weird, right? For like your young Danish guy that was getting ice time, and then you're like, well, you're actually not going to play for the Continental Cup. We're going to bring in a different guy, and then he's going to leave, and then you can play again, right?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then they did the same thing again, which is actually when Anssi comes in. So they send Paulie packing, and then they bring Anssi in after Christmas. This is what this team does, folks. Just so you know. Then they bring in other guys from Europe as imports after Christmas to bulk up for the playoff run. And then all the young Danes don't get to play as much in the playoffs. It's pretty interesting. You know?
That's interesting. I know. It's crazy.
I won the championship there, second league in scoring. They asked me to leave, right? So, right? What are you going to do? So how we know each other, though, okay? I haven't seen you. We were just trying to figure it out. Well, it's been since 2015 when we became Challenge Cup champions, and then we would have got put out of the playoffs against Belfast, right?
That's right. That was actually my first time when I win something. I played quite many years before I win something, and that happened in Cardiff. Actually, it's happened in what was the place where we win the cup? Sheffield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, had a great time.
That was something. That was And after game, we had a pretty good party after that. So
Yeah,
I remember that one too.
Yeah, we sure did. Fun fact for you is Cardiff's still not allowed back at that hotel.
Oh, I believe that one.
Yeah, it's true. But we did have a lot of fun, and winning's fun, right? So you'd remember your first time because you would have been what? You'd have been mid-30s to late 30s by then, right?
Yeah, something like that. I was 35, 36, something like that. So it's
Yeah.
and
It's
the
nice you
group
got
what
to
we
do
had
that
it there.
before you're done, eh?
I know. It's better to do it now, and like when you're 50, it doesn't feel that good anymore.
I tell you, was fortunate enough to win in a bunch of places, and I actually didn't realize because I guess I'm so competitive. When teams ask me to kind of leave, I decide I don't like them anymore, even though we won the championship together. And it took me a long time to get over a lot of stuff of being asked to let go. But now I can finally remember the places I won and like watch like winning in Denmark. But and yeah, beating hype too. But like I couldn't even watch the videos because I didn't like being asked to leave, and
Okay.
you know, and then you kind of like you're sour, right? Fun.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying.
But you came in halfway through that season, eh? And
Yeah.
you knew Carl from Kaubeuren, right? Is that how it happened?
Yes, that's how it happens. Yeah, yeah. I started that season in Kazakhstan actually. Yeah, and it was really tough for me. Like they practice like fucking crazy Russian guys twice a day. Doesn't
It's
work for me because I was like 36 or something like that. And then I talked with Carl, and I heard about that it's chance to come to Cardiff, and I say like if that can happen, I'm flying right away
yeah.
over there.
I
And
actually in that Continental Cup tournament in Denmark, we played against a Kazakhstanian team in it, and
oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure, and I couldn't believe watching their practice. I went and watched it, and it was in the old Voyance Arena, and I tell you, I that nobody smiled. Nobody was smiling. They were at work. They were working. They weren't having fun playing
I
hockey.
know. I know. That's how I feel all the time. And when I had that chance, I was like, "Fuck, I'm out of here right away."
Mm-hmm.
And that was like actually funny thing. Like I was thinking about how can I go out of here? Like because I didn't have any agent, so I just I have to go to president office and say that my wife and kids they have some like they need some professional doctor in England, and we can do it here in Kazakhstan, and I have to change the team. And oh, they really that kind of thing. Like yeah, I have to leave right away. Okay, what can we do? So,
Yeah.
and because I knew it, like if I say that I want to change the team, they say no fucking way, you got to stay here. So I have to figure out something else, and that's how it happens actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So they believed you that I guess your family needed some professional doctors, eh?
I know. It's
So
like I say something like,
was your family there with you? Did they come to Kazakhstan?
no, you can't bring the family there. So I was by myself. We had 6 or 7 Finnish guys, so they are my family in that time.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that would have made it better, eh?
Yeah, that helps a little bit.
I tell you, the working out and making hockey not fun, it's hard to play good when hockey's not fun, I think.
Yeah, it's yeah. I know it's like they practice like morning, they start running before the ice, and after ice you go to some weightlifting, and then you go back to hotel. You'll rest like a couple hours, go back to ring, and do all the things again. So it's crazy, and it's not fun at all.
Well, so then you did come and have fun in Cardiff, and what a squad of dudes we
Mm.
had there, eh?
Oh my god, yeah, that group was great, and the hockey was funny there. So I love it there.
It was great, and I just watched a couple highlights from our Challenge Cup win there, just to see us
Oh yeah.
winning because it puts a smile on my face. And yeah,
Oh my god, yeah, I have to watch that video again too.
yeah, Challenge Cup, folks, 2015, Cardiff Devils versus the Sheffield Steelers, right?
Yeah, that's the way.
Okay, here's another way. I guess the other way we knew each other though before Cardiff was Kaufbeuren versus Helbron.
Yeah.
I was in Germany a while. I couldn't remember when you were in Kaufbeuren, but when you're a half wall guy in the second league of Germany and then imports come in that can run half walls, you start eyeing each other up, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'd be watching you run the half wall with the Jokers. But so was it you running the half wall and then you have Carl up top taking clap bombs, or is he on the other side taking clappers?
He was our side.
He was what side? Same side as you?
Yeah, same side. Yeah, that's yeah. Carl was outside. Yeah.
Because I was just thinking what your power play was like at Kaubeuren when you're a lefty, right?
Yeah, lefty. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was thinking you're on the half wall and he's like taking just clappers.
Yeah. He was. I think he was the. I think I was the half wall, and he was the. Was it he the blue line or other side? I can't remember anymore. But
they might be rotating. You guys, I remember you guys having a good power play.
We had pretty good. Like we had a good shot, and I can pass, so that helps a little bit. So
it is interesting when you play against people though, and you remember guys, right? Is because when then I go to Cardiff and I hear you're coming, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's good. He's coming to our team. And
okay.
And I knew, and the other part I put together was that was also how I kind of ended up in Cardiff. Was I played in that league that year, and we were both playing against Lordo, who was in Garmisch.
Yeah, I remember Gordon. Yeah, actually, he actually called me like when the Cardiff said that I'm willing to come to Cardiff, and Lord, he actually called me and he said that I remember you too because he played in Carmish. He was that tough guy in Carmish, hey.
Oh yeah, he was. He was playing like he was in North America trying to bully people. He'd just take
penalties. I know. He was a little bit laughing about that too, like the fucking Lord. He's fucking the tough guy. Like he can't play, but he can fucking fight or something like that.
Yeah, well, in the second league in Germany, you can't just like cross check people for no reason, right? Like
no. I know, like easily. Hey?
I actually remember a play. I play the bumper guy in Hellbrun, and I'm just standing there in the middle of the power play, and he's the penalty killer. And then for no reason, I'm just standing there. He just flattens me, cross checks me from behind in the middle of the ice, and I like am down on the ice. He's like, "You fucking pussy, you fucking diving," and I was like, "Dude, nobody else is doing normal, that out here."
I know.
Okay. So then the coach you had though at Kaubeuren. So after that year, I get asked to kindly leave Germany and I head to Denmark. You stay with Kaubeuren, and your coach was Ken Latta. Sorry.
Ken Latta, yeah. So Ken Latta was the first coach.
No, so right. And this is my timetable here, though. Everybody, folks that cheer for the Shed, listen to this one. So I'm asked to kindly leave Hellbrun, and I go to Denmark.
Yeah.
The guy that becomes the coach and doesn't take me on the team for the next year, fired by October or fired by November.
No.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I think it's in October. Happened, right? I think he only lasted 2 months. So that's for not having me back, right?
Yeah, that's a fucking mistake, hey?
Yeah. Sundayuski won, bitch. Right?
That's right.
But anyways, so I just wanted to throw that in there. The other way we know each other, though, after Germany and Cardiff, is we made your nickname in Cardiff. Me and Dees. I remember it, right? We were talking, I think it was Tahuddy. And we're like, so what's his nickname? Tats? I'm like, Tats? And he's like, Tats. I'm like, Tits. And he's like, yeah, Titties.
Oh my God. I almost forget it, that one. That's right. Titties.
Titties. So you were never called Titties anywhere else?
No, that was the first time. But that was pretty funny.
I thought it was a great nickname. Yeah.
That was great nickname, yeah. I love
it. You're not on Instagram, are you?
No, I'm not.
No, because I was posting saying I'm coming to see Titties in Finland.
No.
Yeah. So actually, funny story. Also, how we know each other though. So I put up a picture of us winning in Cardiff, and I wrote, "I haven't seen tits since 2015." And then Dees writes to my wife and sends a picture and says, "Can you confirm Wally hasn't seen tits in 8 years?" And then Lisa writes it back to me and says, "You got to proofread your shit." And I was like, that's his name. That's what we call him. I'm not talking about tits. I'm talking about titties, you know?
Oh my God. That's a funny story.
But that's what I love about this is it gets people chatting again, and it gets my friends all communicating again. And it's great to see you, dude.
That's unbelievable. It's I can't believe that when you reach out to me, it's going to happen. It's pretty funny.
I know, and that's what I love about this is though, like I write to you, and like you said before we came on, you're like, I hope my English is good enough. But like
I know.
as soon as I wrote to you and I said, hey man, will you come on? You just wrote back, absolutely. And that's hockey, you know?
That's hockey. That's hockey.
Yeah, that's how this thing works is when I ask people, they come, right?
That
And
then you ask, everybody's saying I'm in.
And like I always call people shed guys, and the people I try to have on were the great teammates and dudes I met along the way, and then the people that vouch for other people. But when I posted that Titties was coming on, I got messages from Deese, Carl Hudson, and one other guy. I forget who the other guy was, but they just wrote, "What a beauty, love Titties."
No, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
I don't know if you've seen Carl at all, but rumor has it he just got a job. Like a big boy job as a fireman.
No way.
Yeah, Sudbury, Ontario, folks. You'll be in safe hands. God. Crazy Carl's coming to town.
Oh my God! I know. I haven't talked with him, but I talked with her wife a couple of years ago. Ali, yeah. I think that was some video for the retirement video.
Whatever, when he was retiring, right?
Yeah.
We made a video for him. I remember that.
Yeah. What was it that when that happened? Was it 2-3 years ago?
He just retired, man. Like yeah, he's been trying to. Everybody has that weird transition out of hockey where they're trying to figure shit out, right? And Carl's been going through that, trying to find the right job and everything. And now he just got like the full-time gig. And I think he's the type of guy that'll enjoy Sudbury, right? Sudbury's up north.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remember when they would say they wanted to live like off the grid in the middle of nowhere with nothing.
You know? Oh, I remember that one too, but that's never happened.
No, that never happened. We just told them it wasn't gonna happen.
I know.
So yeah, we did win in Cardiff. Do you remember what Chippy Lane was in Cardiff?
No, I don't remember anyone.
You weren't there that long. That's the late night alley where you get to eat food late night. But you know, you probably got to our team when things were all serious by then, right? You got there the second half.
That's right.
We were trying to
win
like
league. That. Yeah. Oh yeah, no more drinking that time. Like we was just playing hockey that time.
That's right. That's right. Except for winning challenge cups, right?
Yeah. That was
the only time.
Something else. But
that's the only
time. Yeah. That's how we keep it. That's how we keep it.
Yeah, we didn't drink any other time. Where did you live in Cardiff?
No. I lived in actually. I started in close to ring. That there was that ocean and there was the big buildings over there. But I only lived there like 1 month.
Okay.
And then I moved to the downtown. Like there was that perfect big house, like 17th floor. It was perfect.
Oh, right downtown. Jeez.
Yeah, right. I just crossed the road and I was in walking street. So that was.
I was trying to figure out where you live because I was busy with the kids. I didn't see many people's apartments really, except if I had to wake the fellas up early in the morning because they had gone out.
I feel you. I understand.
But when we first reconnected and I asked you to come on, that was like that was months ago, right? And you were going to a men's hockey tournament in a ski village in France.
Yeah, that's right.
Where'd you go?
I go to Auron. It's close to Nice, so it's like 1.5 hour up to the mountains, and it's perfect little skiing village. And it's they had it like outside ring where we had that tournament. So we played maybe 5-6 games, and then we were skiing and maybe drinking a little bit with the boys. And
so how many guys go to this tournament? Was it an outdoor tournament? Was it the poster pick with you got the ski hills in the background?
Yeah,
and the outdoor rink.
Yeah. That was perfect. So we had it maybe 15 guys in our team, and then they had it like 3 or 4 French team. So we played once each other, and then we played finals, and that's about it. It was pretty fun.
That sounds fun. So did you win it? Is that the poster pick where you guys have a trophy?
Yeah. We win the trophy, and it was a little bit too easy for us, but it was fun.
Do you still got it?
No, we have to leave the trophy to France, but we
no, I'm talking about your hockey game. Do you still got it?
The hockey game. Yeah, I still got it.
You still got it.
Of course, it's never. How can I lose it?
I agree. I could tell when I knew you'd still have it. When you used to play the half wall, it was all very calm and relaxed. You didn't have to move around too fast. You know, you
No,
knew what you were
not too
doing.
much. Yeah. Oh yeah. If somebody's coming close to you, just pass the puck somewhere, and it's pretty easy.
Just suck it in and sauce it over.
Yeah, that I know. Just like you.
But you said you were going with a bunch of guys from your hometown that had like played the Finnish Elite League.
Yeah. We had like.
So you guys just dominated, eh?
We dominate a little bit. Yeah, it was a little bit too easy, but we take it pretty easy and we have fun, just fun. We didn't play that hard. But those French team, they did like, I don't know, they play like some third or fourth league, something like that. So it's a little bit different. But it was actually really fun and just having fun. And,
so just the boys gone for a weekend, skiing, playing some hockey, and just 1 or 2 drinks, right?
That's the way. That's the way.
Yeah. So you're a skier too, eh? I saw a poster pic of you and your son skiing.
Yeah. We like to ski. Like when you're living here up the north in Finland, so you have to ski a little bit, hey?
So is it there's like mountains where you are? Where are you? Where's Pori? Is that where you are?
No, it's the west coast, but we don't have any mountains. We have just the little ones, but you have to go up the north to Finland. So then
like
you have the
how far? How far do you got to go to ski?
I have to travel maybe 8 hours, 10 hours,
that's
something
far.
like that.
That's far enough.
That's far. You have to fly probably.
Yeah.
You don't want to drive there.
No. I never got to Finland in my travels. Never been there. This is my first time.
So okay, so pretty close now. You can see my sauna cabin here. So
I was wanting to talk to you about saunas. So I'm a huge sauna enthusiast, and it looked like sauna was where you were at. Yeah. I have a sauna in my basement. Yeah. Just
do you have?
Yeah, just a little infrared one though. It's not like it's just the hot lights.
It's not the real one, but it's something. It's a star.
It makes me sweat, makes me feel better, right?
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
But you always welcome to my sauna. When you first time coming to Finland, you know where to go.
I would love to see it. What this looks like a big sauna shack you got here.
It's just this is pretty. There is the room for the 5-6 guys, so it's enough.
Is that right? And this is at your house?
Right. And no, this is a different building. So I can bring my friends here, so it's nobody inside. It's getting disturbed, so you can listen to music here.
Do you ever have a couple pints at the sauna?
Now you're talking. You're talking.
Yeah.
That was the reason when you built a different house for the sauna.
I understand. The first time I ever saw that, so I hadn't really done saunas until I got to Germany, and then Dirk Robel, shed guy, he was teaching me about it, and it was one day when we had a day off, we're hungover, and we went for a sauna, and he got me all fixed up for the rest of the day. But there was a guy having a birthday party at the sauna, and there's like 10 dudes with cases of beer, and they were sauning and crushing pints, and I was like, wow, that's interesting.
I know, it's Germany. We had it actually sauna in our locker room too, in Kaubeuren. So
once you get into saunas, you get into them, right? I'm hooked.
I know. Do you have those Kabinefests in German time?
The what?
Kabinefests.
Oh,
you remember
Kabinefests? Gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
But for a while there in beating, I played for a coach that like you weren't allowed to drink around the team, right? You all had to go home and pretend like it didn't happen. But when I had different coaches, Kabinefests really brought teams together. I found they were incredible.
That's how I feel too. I know it was crazy over there. I never like that was the first time I played like many places, and in Germany that was one of the best things that brings the team together.
It does, and it makes hockey fun when you're doing that after a hard practice and you get food out and beers out and everybody just sits in the locker room and has a day.
I know. That's how I feel. It was great.
So you liked your time in Kaubeuren, then it sounds like. I love Germany too. Poster pics.
Oh yeah.
Who's the ref that you have your arm around?
Can you tell me one more time? I didn't hear
the referee. Who'd you have your arm around? Was that was at this tournament you just had, right?
That's the thing.
Yeah. So you have that picture with the ref, And I saw the pic with the ski hills and the outdoor rink. That's as nice as a hockey tournament can get, eh?
Yeah, that was perfect. And the referee was, I think the referee in that picture was, he was the owner, like who bring that tournament together. He was his dad, and he was the referee.
So why do you wear number 39? Because I saw you were still wearing number 39.
Yeah, that's when I started in Pori, my first year. I think they just gave it to me, and after that, I start following that number. So that's how it happens.
Okay, so that's how you started with 39. You just stuck with it.
Yeah, I stuck with it.
That's the most boring story of why you wear number 39 ever.
I know that's really boring, but
I guess that's the story, right? So
that's the story. That's the story. That's how it goes.
So that there's another pic of you and the family wearing helmets. Was that snowmobiling or skiing?
That's snowmobile, actually. Yeah.
So you guys do have snowmobiles around there, eh?
Yeah. It's the closest hills. It's like 3 hours. It's not the biggest one, but it's big enough, and there's a lot of snowmobile. Like you can drive there, and it's pretty funny. So once a year we go there and having fun.
Okay, so you don't like own a snowmobile and can just drive around
out
there?
No. It's just rented if you want it. So
I gotcha. You also have what do you do now?
I'm working in the business gift, the company. So we have a lot of ice hockey teams, our customers. So they selling those clothes and caps and hats, whatever. So we make those ones.
Oh, you're making like clothing for hockey teams and stuff.
Yeah. Not just for all the it's not the hockey teams, but a lot of hockey teams are our customers, but all for the company.
So how was it getting out of hockey for you?
One more time.
How was it getting out of hockey? Like when you decided to hang them up, I guess it would have been after Milton Keynes' year. After you had played one more year after Cardiff, and then you hung them up.
Yeah.
So how was it retiring, and how was the transition to what you're doing now?
It was pretty easy for me. I play long enough. Yeah, I was ready. I feel that it's not for me anymore. It's too much, and they are too fast. And I had a family here, and my son was getting to school, and I just feel I have to stay home, and I get my job right away. So and then I get that job that I can work with the ice hockey team. So it was like pretty easy for me. I can watch the ice hockey games, and
that's cool.
So
you got the perfect gig right out of it, eh?
Yeah, I know. It was great for me.
How did you know somebody, or did you have the schooling? Or you're in sales, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in sales. I actually, one of my ex-teammates, he was in that business, and that's how it goes.
That's hockey.
That's hockey. You know the guys, and that helps. Like when I start
shed guys know shed guys. I bet you he's a good dude.
I know. Yeah. That's how it goes. It's so much easier when you know the people.
It is. You're right. Okay. What else so I got okay, there's the picture of you on the couch. So what do you got for kids? You got a son?
I have son, and now I have I had to tell you that I have 6 months, like 5.5 months old boy in the home too.
You just had another one?
I just had another one. Unbelievable.
Did you mean to do that?
Yeah. I actually tried to get the boys. So
you were shooting to score? You really? You were dumping it in and went off the glass and in.
That's how it goes. Like that's like we were really lucky, and it's the sun side. It's funny to see that little one, but it's a little bit hard now when you're a little bit older now. It's a little bit different, but I'm still alive.
But like when I was young enough, right? Like I was so nervous since becoming a dad and everything. You'd probably be a little more relaxed now with it all.
Now it's more relaxed. It's totally different, but it was still like my first one is 12 years old now, so it's quite a long time. So I have to learn a little bit how to change the diapers and stuff like that.
What are their names?
Thomas, is the oldest one, and Henry is the young one.
Okay. So probably when, like, I remember when I had the little guy, every time you'd open up the diaper, you'd, try and pee on you, right? You'd have to open it up and then shut it again, right?
I know. Yeah, I know. I know that one.
A couple tricks of the trades, folks, right?
Yep.
So how long did you have this house before while you were still playing hockey? And like, have you lived there for a while?
Yeah, no, we just built this one 3 years ago.
Okay.
So
and the
it's
sauna room.
And the sauna room. Just for you when you come into Finland, so
sauna
you have the
building,
place where
folks.
to stay.
If I come over there
building.
for a sauna, we're having pints in the sauna, right?
I promise that for you.
Yeah. Okay. What else do I got? So that's what I was gonna ask. The picture you sent on the couch with your son. Have you ever like zoomed in and looked at your dog? it was a funny picture of the dog because like if you zoom in, it really looks like a baby pig.
I know. It's a hairless dog. Close.
I'm not trying to be mean to your dog and say
no.
It's like that
fine.
picture. It really looked like a piglet.
That's a
I'm not trying to be mean.
It looks like that.
It was funny. It was just that picture, I think, because the next picture, it looked totally different. It looked a lot different in the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, your dog is a cute guy. It's just that one picture on the couch. If you zoom in, just check it out. Okay. Okay. So what else do I got? I always ask this, where and what do you do it now? But you're in Pori and you're the sales guy, right? And how often do you skate if you're playing in hockey tournaments?
I skate once a week during the winter. So we have that same group. We come together and we have 1 hour practice. That's about it. My son is playing hockey, so I'm.
You like actually practice? You practice or like
no, we just play the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say you better not be practicing.
No. Just play the game. So it's fun, and then you have the guys in the locker room, and you can have that fucking talk again with the boys. So it's nice.
Yeah, I just go to my shed now. Yeah.
Okay, and we have always the rule like after the games we always go to beer. So that's pretty fun.
Yeah. Did you have just in the room or did you go somewhere for it?
No, we actually go with the one pub, so it's
that's
pretty
nice.
Fun.
Yeah, that's
fun. Nice.
Getting hockey players out on the town together is fun, right?
That's fun. That's
fun. That's hockey. So the other poster pic where your kid. There's two of them, I think, in this picture, but with a nice arena. Is that Assas?
That's that ring. That's the place where I born to play ice hockey. So that was actually the last. That was actually they have the lounge. There is the sauna. There's the one big lounge, and we was watching the last playoff games this year. That was my son and his friend, and he was watching that sauna. You can actually go in the sauna and see the game at the same time.
You can watch the game from the sauna.
Sauna. That's the way. That's the way.
And you're naked.
Yeah, you're naked. Of course, you're naked in the sauna. You know that.
I know that, but so then, like, I know, like in Finland, it's different, right? And I'm totally cool with being naked. So there's people sitting in the sauna watching the game, and then other fans walking by, right?
No, it's a private lounge. So it's
private lounge. You got a private lounge. You are a legend, aren't you? Good gosh.
Of course. Of course, we have private lounge. And there's like you can see the game, but nobody else can see you.
Nobody's giving me private lounges, titties.
I know. Hey, if you come into Pori, you get the private lounge.
Gosh, I want to come see a game there though. That looks like a sweet barn. How many fans do they get?
6,200, something about that.
Is Pori a sat or no?
Yeah. Pori.
That's the same thing.
Pori is the town. Yeah, that's the same thing. Pori Nasset is the name of the team.
I was thinking so. Okay. That makes more sense now. Now I understand. Yeah. So that's how you grew up playing and you became a legend of the pro team. So is there many guys from locally that I guess you said there's like 8 local guys that ended up making it, but you actually played for the hometown teams. I saw there's some shuffling where some guys don't always stay in their hometown in Finland, right?
Yeah. We have a lot of like ex-players here who play with me in that tournament in France. We have maybe 8-10 guys who still living here. Used to play the same team, so it's pretty fun.
That is fun. So how often you go watch the games now?
I see all the games almost.
Really?
They have
You're right
like
in it.
yeah, like it's
Okay, then I'm jumping right into this question. I'm going way ahead in the research team. Why did you leave Assat to go to Luco in 2002-3? Why did you leave home? Mid-season, right? Mid-season.
I know. And it's the biggest enemy what we had, Luco and Asset.
Really?
That was the big, oh my God. The people hate me when I changed the team. But we had it actually, Asset had it that time, a lot of money problems. And they have to sell me. So that was the team.
They sold you. So it wasn't even up
to
you.
They sold. No. Of course, it was my decision.
Selling people, folks. Think about this. That's selling people. That's not
selling
hockey.
People.
God, from their hometown.
But that happened. That happens.
I guess wonder how much you went for. Do you know?
I know.
You do know. But you wouldn't have got that money. The team got it.
The team got it. I get a little bit after that, but it's team got a lot of money, so that helps for the assets. So that was the biggest reason.
Okay. So and then the people hate you for leaving, but you're actually helping their club by selling your soul.
I don't have my soul anymore. It's gone.
But you didn't want to leave, eh? You wanted to be at home, or what?
Yeah.
Or were you ready for a change?
I was ready for the change. I had it like that was my best year, and I can choose the team. So, but
you could say you were running amok.
Yeah, look was just like they had a young team. They promised I can play the first line and whatever. They had good money. They promised to give a lot of money for my hometown team assets, so it was pretty easy. So I just changed the team. So,
anyways, I'm backing up. You made the under-17 Team Finland team, eh? How'd you make that? Is that a tryout or is that an invitation?
That's an invitation, yeah.
So you must have been running amok with your junior team, and then you get invited to a team. So where did you go play? Where's that tournament?
I think we played in Russian in that tournament, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere in Siberia, fucking far away.
That one of the guys on your team was Olli Jokinen, eh? In under 17.
Yeah, I know. We was actually living in the same room.
Oh yeah, he's your roommate.
Oh yeah,
he ran amok. He ran amok. Yeah, had 11 points in 8 games. It said it's pretty good.
He was good. He was good.
Yeah. And then Nicholas Backstrom, the goalie, was the goalie.
Yeah, I know. He was.
You should know. You were on the team.
I know. I actually played the national team with him too later.
So did you know those guys were that good back then? Did you think they were going to go where they went?
Yeah, I knew it. They're going to be the big stars. Like you can see it right away. That's cool. You can tell.
Yeah, you usually can, right?
Yeah.
So
they go to NHL and I go to fucking Kaubeuren.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's what happened.
Yeah. But you know, the career you had in Finland, I had no idea that you're getting the lounge every time and sitting in the sauna to watch the hockey games nowadays. You know, like I didn't realize that, right? I just knew you won in Cardiff with me and you were a great player in Kaubeuren. I didn't know that you were like a legend in Finland, you know? Too bad your social media game wasn't strong. You get me huge in Finland, you know? You get the shed huge.
I know. I have to fucking change my social media game.
Yeah, you're gonna have to help me out here, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Anywho, don't matter. This is all for fun. I'm just kidding. So under 20s. So it's different over there, right? From over here. You're part of like an asset organization or Pori.
Yeah.
So when you're in under 20s, you play under 20s for 4 years, but you're also playing for the under 18s your first year. And your last year, you're also playing in the elite league.
Yeah. That's that's how it goes. I know it's like 16 to 20 years old. You can still play that under 20 teams, and then you have a little bit like you might have a chance to play with the first league team too. So I play 4 years in the under 20 years, and then I jump into fucking as a team, the first league team.
Well, so then how was it though? So it seems a lot like Germany, right? Where when they break in with the pro team, you kind of are a young kid that's just sitting around waiting to grow up, right?
Yeah. I play the fourth line like first 3-4 years. That's how it goes. Like you have to earn your spot first. So
and it's interesting, right? Because in Europe though, this is what I'll say. In Europe, the third line usually is like a grinder line type deal, or you know, locals, not imports or guys, you know, that can grind it out. But the fourth line's always like kids, and it's not like a North American fourth line where it's these big dudes that chip it in and chip it out and just skate around real fast. It's like young kids that have skill. I remember playing a Swiss A team, and a bunch of kids came out. The fourth line came out with cages on, and holy moly, they were putting it between their legs and doing spin-a-roonies, and I was like, what is this?
What they doing? What they doing?
Then you get to the second league in Germany, and the fourth line comes out, and you're like, it's payday, baby.
I know. I remember that one. Oh my god! During the practice, they couldn't even to take the puck away from you. Like it was too easy sometimes.
Well, I've never seen the SM-liiga play, and I've only seen guys that go there that I think are players, and it seems like a really hard league to do well in.
Yeah, it's a pretty good league. You have to battle a lot. They have they defense really well. So the defense first, like that's sometimes like when you go to like Germany, whatever, like it's so much more fun sometimes because you go up and down. It's easier. But and Finland, they
a little bit more clutching and grabbing and giving her, eh?
Yeah. So it's a great league in Finland.
So what is a SAT usually like? They've always been in the top league, and there didn't look like there was a lot of playoff games on your resume.
No. We had it in that time. We had it pretty. We don't have that much money, so that's a problem. So we have usually quite young team, and you have to pray like the imports have to be really good. So if you miss the hits with the imports, then you're done.
So it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure on the imports, you could say.
That's how you can say.
Yeah. Well, and that is hockey in Europe, though, right? There is a lot of pressure on the imports.
I know. Yeah, if you don't score, you change the team.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what's interesting about the UK league is like there are still role players that are imports, right? Because they have so many imports. There actually can be guys that don't just score on teams, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the other teams in Europe, you pretty well have to score if you're in it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like if you didn't score in SM-liiga any goals, when you go to Germany, you have to score. It doesn't matter what kind of player you are, you have to score.
Okay, so you play like fourth line there. You're only like 19 years old though in the first league. But then your third year, you got 13 points. So you worked your way up to what, like the third line? Or you got any PP time
like
yet?
I get it like a couple of games. I'll get a little bit PP time too. So
were they giving you the half wall? Were they giving you the half wall?
Yeah. They knew it. I have to be the half wall.
You're the half wall guy.
So
that's where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. That's my place. So I was always like I knew it that if I get my chance, I can do it.
Now you know what's funny though is when they were signing you in Cardiff, and I was like, so Marty's got on one power play and I'm on the other, and I'm like, so where's Titsy going? Like you know, and I was like, this is interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah, that was because actually like we had really good like you and Marty, just those skillful players. So it's
well, it's just the half.
I know
too, right? And I was like,
I know.
So I was like, so is he like? I like my half wall. I don't need anybody taking it off.
I know. I can go to the front of the net. I'm the big boy.
But that's you got to do that on some teams, right? When you get some guys that do the same stuff, you got to be the goal line guy, the bumper guy.
Oh yeah, sometimes.
The bumper guy is the worst spot ever. I did it in Hellbron. I
Oh
felt
yeah.
like such an idiot, just spinning
Oh.
around, watching people pass it around, handle the puck, and I'm just standing there
I.
waiting to shoot.
Oh yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
Anywho,
Oh.
so let's see here. So you went from 13 points though. Your fourth year this is your fourth year in the league. So if my math is right, you're about 23 years old. You're named one of the captains of the team, and you put up 27 points.
That's right. That was my first really good year. So we had it like couple imports who changed. I think they're leaving like middle of the season. So when they leave, I get it the big role. So I can play a lot of power play in the rest of the year, like maybe last 20 games. So that's how it happened.
Well, being named a captain of your hometown Finnish elite league team is pretty neat, though, eh?
That was always nice. That's always nice.
Was it always Finnish coaches?
We had it Russian coach. We had Vladimir Yursinov Jr. I don't know if you have ever heard about him.
Who?
Yursinov Jr.
I can't.
Vladimir Yursinov. No, you can't.
I don't know. I don't know the Russian game that well, to be honest. No.
Yeah. We had it Russian coach. But we had a lot of actually Finnish coaches. Did we have any?
What was the Russian coach like? Was he trying to do all like? I heard the Finnish training isn't that like? I heard Finnish training can be pretty hard too. No.
That's pretty hard too. Yeah, you're right. The Russian guy was. They was always like you practice fucking really hard when you have a Russian coach.
So we both know what German locker rooms are like. I don't know what a Finnish locker room's like. I'm picturing a lot of like techno music, you know?
No. We had it. We have fucking. We love it Metallica and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We don't have Russian guys. Russian guys have techno music.
Okay.
We don't have it.
No.
I don't know how it's nowadays, but in my time, no.
You don't get any country music playing in the Finnish locker room, so do you?
Not that much. Sometimes some American guys.
Yeah, I was a bit of an outcast in Germany too. You know, I'm not that cool when it comes to music. You know, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
So that is it that same year, your fourth year, you become an assistant captain? That's the year? No, it's the next year is when you switch from Asat to Luko. You get sold.
Yeah, that's the way. That's what happened.
So when you get sold to Luko, there's a couple guys I've seen before. Teemu Kasa.
Yeah, Teemu Kesä. Yeah.
He was beating Heim Steeler import the year before I got there. I played against him in the first round with Landshut, and he battled hard. He competed hard. He could take the odd penalty out there. But he gave it, and like it's interesting how few jobs there are in Europe, right? Is when he leaves, they bring in Doug Andrus, my buddy, and I come in as a forward, and that's how I know that name. And the other guy, Quinn Hancock, played in Hanover in the second league at one point, and I played against them, and that guy could shoot a puck, right? Am I right? Am I thinking the right guy?
Yeah, that's the right guy. He was a good player. I actually played in Germany that time when Winnie came to Hanover too. Yeah. But we played in Lukko. He was a good player.
Yeah. Okay. So that's in Lukko. So what's that town like? Is that far? That's not far away then from Pori.
No. That's like half an hour. It's quite small town. It's like maybe 35,000 people in there. So it's
are they about the same? They're not the big budget teams then either, eh?
They have a lot of money.
Oh
they have a lot of money.
Well, I guess they're buying you. I guess they're buying you from that, right? So
they have one of the biggest budget in the league.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
Yep.
What is this thing where you played on Team Finland? In 2000, around that same time. It said it was called the European Hockey Tour. What's that?
That's what they're still doing. They have 4 tournaments during the season. So they started in Czech, like in September. Then they have 1 tournament in Finland. Then they have 1 in actually in Sweden and 1 in Russian. So you play 4 tournaments during the season for those national team games, and they have one like that's They have 4 tournaments in the national team during the season.
Right. So those are
And who get the more points win the like European champion, whatever.
so is the Spangler Cup part of that or no?
No. That's a different
So
thing.
there's the German one. There's what all is there? There's one in Russia too.
Yeah, that European hockey tour is Russian, Finland, Sweden, and Czech.
I didn't.
So they have 4. Yeah, they have 4 tournaments.
I wasn't at that level. I wasn't invited to those things. I don't know. Okay, so that would have been pretty neat. So do you get paid anything to do that, or is it just you get invited so you want to go?
Yeah, you get invited. Of course, you get some not that much, but you get
the per diem,
maybe a couple thousand for the tournament, something like that. Yeah.
So after that switch, when you get sold, it's tough. Tough to get sold
it's
as
tough.
a person.
I know.
The next year, you got 40 points with Luco. 40 points, and you play in the playoffs finally.
Finally, yeah, that's right. That was a good season. I hurt my elbow in that season in the playoffs. So my playoffs was like I was just skating there with my one hand, but it was still playoffs.
Yeah, so you have to play, but you don't play as well, and it sucks, doesn't it?
That sucks. Yeah,
it does suck. Yeah, it's funny because I always have this conversation of like over here in the NHL or whatever, and they can be talking about how poorly a guy's playing in the playoffs or whatever. And you're like, well, you have no idea what that guy's playing through. You have no idea what's actually going on. There's guys play with broken whatevers, and you can't be chirping a guy for playing bad when you don't know what's going on.
I know. Yeah. I actually have one good story. Like after season, the biggest newspapers were writing that Markku Tähtinen have his he couldn't play well because he can't take a pain. Like
he's just
you're soft. I'm soft, stuff like that. And I was like so mad, like I can't even fucking put my arms up and I play by one hand, but they just writing that because they didn't know. But that's a hockey, hey.
It is hockey, and it can be interesting people's perceptions, right? It's like I was told Western Michigan was what it was, but there's times where I was told I was bad defensively. I was like, what did he like? How am I bad defensively? Like we don't play in our end, so
I know. Yeah,
you get told you're bad defensively. It's like how am I bad defensively? Because I play in the other team's end.
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay. This is your last year in Luco, the third year when you play your third year, okay?
Yep.
A guy from my hometown, Elmira, Ontario, is your leading scorer, Jamie Wright.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I played the same line with him.
Yeah, big left-handed shot on the winger. Yeah. So,
I didn't know about that.
He's from Elmira, Ontario, and he was the guy I looked up to.
Okay.
I watched him play on the Guelph Storm in the OHL with like Jeff O'Neill and Todd Bertuzzi, and they had a squad.
Yeah.
And then he made the NHL from Elmira, Ontario, played for the Calgary Flames, and he had almost a 20-goal season. He was playing the World Championships. He also made the World Juniors, and I saw a guy from my hometown make the World Juniors, and I was like, this is so neat because it was a guy I had gone and watched when I was a little bugger in like Bantam hockey in Elmira, right?
Yep. So that's cool.
Yeah. So you played it. Small world, isn't it?
It's small. It's unbelievable how small this is. But he was a good guy. I like to play with him.
It didn't look like you guys did that well because he only had like 30 points. He was your top scorer. I don't know.
I know we had a pretty bad year, and I hurt my elbow again in that year. I only played like 30 games in that year, so it was a hard year for us.
Okay. Well, hard years can happen, right?
Yeah.
But then you go from that year. How do you decide to leave Finland and go to the Swedish Elite League? To Skellefteå.
Celestio, yeah. They had it. They just gave up for the second league, so they need the new players. and I need something else. I was playing the whole my career in Finland, so
You were ready to spread your wings.
I was, yeah, that's the way. And Sweden, it was the top league. It's even better than Finland because they have more money, so they have the better players. So it was pretty cool to go there.
So, but like the Finnish league's all Finnish guys, and the Swedish league's pretty much all Swedish guys. So when you say the better players, are you talking the imports?
Imports are better, but yeah, imports are a little bit better always. But the Swedish guys, they can play the game too. So it's a pretty good league. But they have more money, so they can bring the better imports. And Sweden is a little bit bigger than Finland, so they have more like players than us. So they have a lot of like good players in like the local guys very good too.
I always heard the Swedish league was a little bit like it's like right there with like it's like NHL teams go over play exhibition games and they lose games, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's a good league. It's a really good league actually.
Yeah, no. So what's the difference between Finnish fans and Swedish fans?
Oh my God. Finnish fans are better ones.
They get, I bet, I think this is just me thinking out loud in the shed, and I could be totally wrong, and I'm not trying to like, you know, I think the Finnish guys I played with, and like when I talk around, Finnish guys get after it a little bit more than Swedish guys. So I'm thinking maybe the fans do too.
I know that. I think that's the biggest difference. Yeah, they have some bottles in the fucking under the jacket and they're drinking during the game, and that's the way.
Yeah, they get into it.
yeah,
I could just picture it. I'd love to go to a Finnish hockey game, you know. So it was a good league though. Did you get the half wall there, or did you have to like work your way up?
Yeah, sometimes I get the half wall, but the coach didn't like me that much in that year, so it was quite hard for us. We had a couple of Finnish guys there. The first guy, they kicked him out after 7 games or 8 games. And they say to me that if I want to leave, you can leave right away. But I decided I had a 2 years contract, so I decided like I'd check it out this first year, and I made it. I was ready. I did it, and then I was ready.
Hockey wasn't as fun though, right?
But
no. Just curious, was it that much more money to go to Sweden than Finland?
Yeah, that was really good money in the Sweden that time, so it was worth 1 year.
Yeah, but like you could have stayed for the second year, but did you took less to go back to Finland and enjoy it again?
I had a chance to, of course, because I had 2 years contract. If I say that I stayed, I would stay there another year, but I rather play the hockey. Like money is not that important. Like it's when you stay in the bench or you don't play that much. Like money is nothing after that.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, and you got to enjoy it. You got to enjoy every day and doing what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm. I know. Yeah.
So you went back to your hometown for 2 years. You left there and went back and became one of the captains again and stayed there for 2 more years, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Cardiff Devil you played with there.
Yeah.
Masi,
Masi Marjamäki, yeah. He's actually from Pori too. He's a good guy.
He's from there too?
Yeah, he's from Pori too. Yeah. He's the guy who's he's in the picture when I posted to you.
See, I met him. I know him. I tried to lure him into my shed.
Yeah, because Masi is from Pori. Yeah, it's my hometown guy. I played it in
shed guys know shed guys, right? And I hear great things about him. I'm starting to think this town you live in, there's a bunch of dandies, eh?
You're right.
Well, I find it interesting, like that they seem to be in like clusters around the world. Like when you go to Bavaria, you go to near the Landshut area.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of dandies that are hockey players. You know.
But do you play with Masi in the Cardiff in the second? Like
I didn't play with him.
You didn't?
I went back for a night and he was on the team and I got to watch I watched a game and Mass was on the team, and then I tried to lure him in the shed when I started this because we had met that night, you know. So remember, or you wouldn't know about any of this. After the year I played with you in Cardiff, the next year I had signed back and I hurt my knee in like October, November, and I didn't ever play again. So I became the pregame speaker, and I would get naked and do the pregame speeches and like dress as superheroes. Yeah, it got really weird. Like I do some pretty wild things for the pregame speeches, and it just got carried away. And I was doing it with Dees. That was just the last episode. And it got weird, but then like 4 or 5 years later, I guess because I was such a donkey, they invited me back for a Wally night, and Massey was on the team that and that's where I met him. Yeah,
that's how you met him. Okay, that's a good story.
Yeah. So I just realized you wouldn't have even known about any of that. It's funny.
No.
Yeah. The next year got right away from me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my career was over. Yeah, right from there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how was it? Did you say your knee?
Yeah.
You hurt your knee, or how is it now? Is it better now?
No, it hurts right now. Yeah. It hurts standing here right now. Yeah.
Oh my God. That sucks.
It does suck. But it's okay. You get used to it. Yeah. What do you do? Right?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Nice shed, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for the shed. Another guy you played with in a SAT, which is your hometown that I know, Derek Damon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know the Derek.
He was always around the same circles as me. I played against him in the coast and Germany, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
You guys must have been on the same line too. Looked like he was up there and scoring.
We actually didn't play that much in the same line, but probably I was in the first or second line, and he was. Yeah, he was first or second line too, but we never, because he was centerman too.
Oh, so he was a centerman. Lines. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So we played the different lines, but I like it. He was a really good guy. I like him a lot.
He was a good player hockey too. Yeah.
He's a good player too.
So from there, you were at home then for 2 years after the Swedish Elite League. So then you got 35 points again. You go to Mountfield in Czechia.
Yeah.
They're like in the Champions League every year, right? They're like the big budget Czech team.
They had good money there. It was funny story. I signed a good contract over there, and when I fly over there, I have to sign the papers that, like, of course, I'm a healthy guy, so I have to like that doctor examine whatever.
Yeah.
And when I went to doctor, everything was fine. I signed the papers. They said the papers that okay, all good. But then they get it like some ex-KHL player, like Czech local guy who wants to come back to home, and they sign him.
And all of a sudden, you didn't clear the paper.
We don't have money for you, and they just they throw me away because we didn't have the names under the contract yet because. You know what happened.
That stuff happens in Europe, folks. Just so you know, right? I wonder if it's still the same, but
I know it might be the same. I don't know. It's fucking hockey. Sometimes it's cruel thing.
I feel like it was
what happened in
10, 15 years ago though. I don't think there was much accountability with how they were treating people, right? In Europe, you know, in some of the places.
It's crazy. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's what happened to me. Like I was there only 2 games, and then I fly back to home.
And then when they do that though, then all these teams are set for the year. They got all their players. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you're a really good player in Finland, and like teams are probably like, well. Yeah, and they probably have spent their money building their team thinking you're going to Mountfield.
Yeah, that's the way. And then I wait like almost like 1 or 2 months home just practicing by myself.
During the season.
Time. Yeah, during the season.
That would be a hard time mentally, wouldn't
it? It was like I was thinking about should I end to play this hockey game? Like should do something else. But it's then I get a chance to go to Jokers in Helsinki, so that was pretty cool.
That would be cool. And fun fact, you also played with a teammate of mine there.
Okay, who is that?
Jani Hautinen.
Okay, where you play with him?
Syracuse Crunch.
Okay, because but he was a young guy when he played there.
So he had, he wasn't that young though. But I think, yeah, it's before that. It's a few years before this, right?
Okay, yeah.
So Yanni comes after like a point a game season in Finland, signs with Columbus Syracuse, and I'm the guy rookie year that's fighting to stay in the AHL. And right after like I guess it's the preseason, he was there and like he thought he was coming to make the NHL, and then he was in the AHL.
Yeah.
And like we had a night out in the town, I remember, and had a great time in Syracuse. And then he decided to head back to Finland like after 15 games.
Okay, now I remember. He had that great season. Yeah, then he signed that contract. Yeah.
And then I met him in Syracuse, New York. So it is a small world.
Okay, right? It's unbelievable. It's funny how many players I play with.
And what I just realized is I thought it was when I got to Germany was the first time I saw Snooze. It was not. It was Janu Tähtinen in Syracuse, and he showed me this stuff, and he put. I had never seen the snooze where you make the ball and put it in your lip, right? I'd only seen the North American stuff.
Well, hey, my first time when I used that one, it was that under 17 years with Olli Jokinen, that national team.
That's the first time you
like, I know. Markku, you have to try it. And that was my first time. My head was spinning fucking all around. Oh my God, yeah. That's a good story actually too.
That is. That's awesome. And another guy that was on that Joker team, William Nylander's old man, the superstar Michael Nylander. You played with him?
Yeah. No. Actually what happened, I had it that when I came to Jokerit that season, I signed a tryout contract. So I play only like 13 games in that year in Jokerit. And when I finished the 13 game, they say like, okay, we're going to sign you, but it's going to be fourth line role for you because we're going to sign Nylander like next day. So he's going to be the first line centerman. And I was thinking about, I don't want to play the fourth line. So I called my agent, is there something else? And he said that Pelicans, they are interesting and they're going to sign you if you want to go there. So I just said,
so they were so Michael Nylander was the reason you left Jokerit to go to the Pelicans.
Oh yeah.
They're bringing that guy in. He ain't playing third, fourth line, eh? Yeah.
So that little bit sucks because it would be nice to play with him, the same team, but yeah, I never played with him.
Okay, well, yeah, that's how it works though. But you go to the Pelicans and you ran amok, 18 points in 25 games.
Yeah, it was.
Joining a team halfway through though is weird, right? So.
It's a little bit different, yeah.
It is because they have their way of doing things, and they have their power plays, and they have their penalty kills, and they have their lines. And I don't know, I never did it. I would just see the guys that would come into teams middle of the season, and I think it's got to be hard, right?
It's different, but the Pelicans was actually like it was almost. I feel like the same kind of group when I came to Cardiff. So really easy to come, like. Easygoing guys, and like the Lahti, the town, the Pelicans where they're living. Lahti they know a little bit like Pori, so a little bit like everybody's drinking and they're having fun and they're not too serious, but they still play the hockey like they're hitting a lot and it's supposed to be fun. So it was quite.
It's weird how so many shed guys are from towns that think hockey should be fun. You know, now that I'm talking around a lot, like in Landshut, Germany. When I would play there with Bietigheim, I would race over to their locker room after the game, and they had a whole kitchen set up under the stands that players did with a fridge, but they were doing this with the equipment manager. They were doing this with all the guys, and they had a little thing to fry sausages. They had a beer fridge. They had pretzels. You were having vice versa after games. And and like the wives would all be like waiting for them, and they'd all be under the stairs, like eating sausages and drinking pints. It was so cool, man. So that's unbelievable. I would play the game and I'd rip over there, and then I'd like crush 2 beers, have a sausage, and then I'd get on the bus with my team.
I know. Oh, that's unbelievable. That's how it should be.
That's hockey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hockey. Yeah.
Oh, we'd be shaking hands and they'd be like, so you coming? I'd be like, yeah, I'll be there in 2 minutes. Usually I'm the
Oh
last
my
guy
God.
out of the room, and when we'd be in Landsuit, I'd be out of the room before anybody had even said anything. But
Oh
it's
my
weird
God.
though, the people I have on all like they try to have fun when they play hockey. They work hard. They do
Yeah,
everything they can to win the game, but they also have to like enjoy it, right?
I know. I think that's the biggest reason when I play that long, because I always love the game. I like to work hard, but I just love to like you have to enjoy the fucking life too, like the hockey life too. That helps. Like if you're too serious all the time, I don't like you play like 5 6 years and then you're done.
Yeah, you're right though. You have to love it.
That's
You
how I
have to
feel.
want to do
Yeah,
it.
you have,
But it's the same
I
with the
know.
kids coming up now, and you see parents put pressure on them and everything. And it's like, well, if they don't want to do it, I bet you it's not going to get done. You know?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
So after the Pelicans, though, and you did really, really well there. Why in the heck would you go to Denmark?
I don't know. I
So
think
for
that was
me, when I left Germany, it was I was going to one of the higher paying teams in Denmark,
mm,
and I
mm,
was getting less money than I was in Germany.
yeah, yeah. I get the pretty bad contract in Denmark too. What
So
happened?
you had 18
I
points in 25 games with the
I know,
Pelicans.
I know.
What are
Yeah,
you
it was
doing in
weird.
Denmark?
I know, I don't know. I wait the whole summer. Nobody contacted me. There was some kind of like teams
How
didn't have money that
how old
time.
are you?
Something like 30 years old, something like that, 31. So
Yeah.
not that old. I don't know.
That was
But they
right
didn't
around
have
when it
that
got
much
I
money.
was right around when it got hard for me though.
Yeah. So, but when I wait long enough, I was thinking about fuck. I need to go somewhere. I need to play. It doesn't matter how much you get the paid. I just want to play somewhere, and I go to Denmark.
Yeah.
That's
You
how
went
it goes. Yeah.
Espia. Espia.
Esbjerg. Yeah. Yeah.
I played there. When I played with Sunderyuski.
Senderyuski.
Yeah, so now Esbjerg has a new bar, eh? That old one's
But they
gone.
had the old one was pretty bad.
Yeah, there was two sheets too, right? There was something else on the side, wasn't there?
I don't know. No,
There's like a
no. I
curling
think
thing or something, wasn't there?
they have. They might have. They might have. But
I
where I played, it was next to
I get
football rink.
bored before games, right? I could play two touch for so long, and then I'd be like, okay, I gotta check out these barns. There was for sure another thing there.
They might have.
Yeah,
You know better than me. You know better than
I
me.
guess so. I played a couple games there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know who your top scorer was? I got a funny story about him.
Okay. Tell me.
Kirill Starkov. When I
Yeah.
played against Espia, like has to be a few years later than this.
Mm-hmm.
He is up there top 5 in the league in scoring. Me and Corey Quirk are having a battle with him and Mosienko. The four of us are having a
Okay.
scoring
Yeah.
race. And
Okay.
I go to practice, and our captain in Denmark says, there is a bomb going off in Danish hockey today. And I'm like, oh,
Okay.
yeah? He's like, I can't tell you. I'm like, they're going to tell you after practice. And I'm like, wow, this sounds exciting. I'm like, what's going on in
Okay.
Danish hockey? And they tell us after
Yeah.
practice that Starkov and Mosienko have been betting against, they bet against their team and are kicked out of the league.
Oh yeah, I heard about that story. Actually, they was writing that the same thing in the Finnish newspapers too. So
Yeah.
is that really happened? Like they kicked them
Dude,
out?
I thought I was finally going to lead a league in scoring. I thought I was going to do it finally. After they
Yeah.
got kicked out, and then
Yeah.
Alex Levitt shows up and beats me again. You know,
No way.
he gave me like a 10-game head start in like a 40-game season, and I still couldn't beat him. What a punk!
Oh, what a punk! Fuck's that.
Yeah, it wasn't even close though. He beat me by like 7 or 8. And
Oh
he
yeah.
played a third of the games.
Oh
But
my
I
God.
finished second, so that's okay too.
But that's hey, that's
That's
pretty good.
okay,
Hey,
right? Yeah,
that's okay.
That's okay. But I think it's interesting that so they had when this happened, they had lost to the worst team in the league, and the worst team in Denmark when had no budget. They didn't even have I don't think
Yeah.
an import on their team. I don't know if they had won a game all year, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, one night in Esbjerg, they won like
No.
9-2.
No fucking way.
Yeah, man.
how much money they make for that?
Well, I don't think enough. I don't think they bet enough to
No,
make it worthwhile. But so the
no,
part that
but
I find interesting to the whole deal is that happens. The Mosienko fella heads back to the coast for the rest of the year. Then Sheffield signs him in England for the next year, right? And the other guy, when he got banned from Denmark, and he's top 5 league in scoring for betting on his own team, folks, he got signed in the Swiss B League. And I'm sitting there in Denmark going, and I'm thinking, you just got a job I've been dying for years. I got the same amount of points as you, and you just bet against your own team and you got that contract.
I know. How is that possible?
And then they re-signed him for the next year, like 10 games in. I remember watching.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. That's when hockey doesn't make sense, folks. And then I was asked to kindly leave Denmark and couldn't find a job. So there you go. That's hockey.
There you go. That's hockey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's the way it doesn't make sense.
He had a good agent.
He must have. Yeah.
Must have.
But he was a good player. I just can't believe he didn't want his own team to win. They were already paying you to win.
I know. It's fucking unbelievable.
So, anyways, what'd you think? So, of all the places you've played, what's your favorite food? What if you're gonna have a meal? What would it be?
Oh my god! Good steak is always good, but in Italy, when you had that pasta carbonara or whatever, it's
like bolognese.
Bolognese, whatever,
with some red wine.
That's the thing. Nice, good red wine, good pasta. They can do it there.
And then
Italy must be the best.
If they had the steak game as, with the pasta game, right? That could work.
Oh, that could work.
Yeah. Italy pasta, like the pasta in Germany too, though, right? It's like the Italians were in Germany making the same food there. Yeah. And I tell you, I ate at a lot of Italian restaurants while I was in Germany.
Oh, yeah? Oh, for sure. I love it too.
Yeah. So anyways, after where are we? We're in Denmark. I don't know why you went there. I still don't get it, but I guess you got to play somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's the way.
You go to Alleghi in Italy.
Yep.
So you're out of Finland. You wouldn't have guessed probably that was like the end of your Finnish Elite League time, eh? When you just had 18 points in 25 games with the Pelicans.
Yeah. It was a little bit like I was
uneasy feeling. You're wondering what just happened.
That's you just said. I was a little bit like what happened, but actually I played 500 games over there, so I was feeling that I need something else.
Right.
So
and you got a lot of different experiences. What you did, right?
Oh and Italy was like maybe one of the best places in the whole world. Like good food, like you can go skiing. Like we had it. Our ring was the left side on the road, and the right side of the road was the skiing lofts. You can go skiing right, like after practice right away.
And you were allowed to ski?
No, we didn't, but we still go. So we didn't care.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Fire me?
And that was one of the best years what I ever have in my hockey career. It was
because life was fun.
I love it there.
Life was fun, and every day was good. Every day was a good day for living. So your leading scorer was a player I played against in college, Greg Hogeboom. Yeah,
I played the same line with him.
He's a good player, eh?
He can shoot the puck.
You sure can, and you could pass it.
Yeah,
that would work well.
That's what happened.
Yeah. I was looking at it because, like, you were more of a passer and I was more of a shooter. Like you had like a point a game in every league and every season, but you only put up like the most was like just over 10, right? Goals.
Yeah, I know. It's
you just didn't want to shoot it. You just wanted to give everybody else to shoot.
I know. I love to pass the puck. Yeah. I know.
That's cool. No, I didn't. It's neat because there's so many kids and people that want to score the goal themselves, right?
I know. I'm a different one. when I had the empty net, I still watching where I can pass the
so were you guys good in Italy that year?
We make the playoffs and we lost quarterfinals. We lost quarterfinals. Yeah, we had a good season, but we didn't make it all the way.
Well, yeah, it looked like it was a fun year though. So then you go from there now to Kaubeuren. So you've gone from being in Finland like your whole life, other than 1 year in Sweden, to now going to Denmark, to Italy, and now to Germany. So how does that happen?
How that happened? So like I have like some German agent who call me like, do you want to go to there? I say, why not? And I get a contract and I just go to Germany. Pretty easy.
Just like that, eh? And just the agent calls you out of the blue.
Yeah, we had it like,
I guess when you got it, you got it, right?
Yeah, that's how it goes. I was home, some weird guy calling me. I'd say, I'm a German guy. I have tea for you if you want to come here. There was 2-3 days and I was done.
So
we signed the papers.
Did you have agents going through hockey, or did you always not have them?
Yeah, we had it. I had it in Finland. I had it one same agent all the time. But when I started going to Italy, Germany, then I had local guys who helped me.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody's got different situations with their agents. I had very complicated ones that I never really even, but doesn't even matter. I don't like saying bad things about people, right? And I don't need, it don't matter, right?
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
You forget that one.
Yeah. Agents are strange. I always thought agents did stuff, right? And I was like, well, I'm a big boy. I could do it. If I know these coaches and they know who I am, and like if I would just be an adult and call the coach and be like, hey, you interested? You know?
Yeah, that's actually how I do it in when I came back to Skellefteå in Sweden and I came back to Assat in Pori, my hometown. I make the deal by myself too. Because I say that I don't need any agent, because if I want to go back home, I just call the guys like, are you interesting or not? And I make my
it's when you got to go new places and find new things that you might need some help. But it's like when I stayed in Cardiff, we were at a play place with the kids, me and Todd. And Todd's he's like, hey, so I'm like,
that's a different story then.
Yeah, that's a bit different. Yeah, you never know where you're gonna negotiate contracts. Maybe it could be at the play place in Cardiff. We haven't even brought up the Kaubeuren Arena though. What a spot that was.
Oh my god. There was the other side was totally open. So
it was like it was almost like a little bomb shelter, right? Like it was all concrete.
That was fucking really old one, middle of the downtown actually. It was a cool place.
It was a cool place. Like, I'm not saying bad things. I loved it. I thought it was neat. Right?
It was. I like it too. We had crazy fans.
Yeah, it was a tough place to play, even when you guys weren't that good of a team.
Yeah,
like, it was a hard place to play.
For sure. And most of the time it was great, but fucking January, some point it was a little bit too cold.
Yeah.
With the
open air.
What the fuck I'm doing? Yeah, with the open air. I was thinking about like, what the fuck I'm doing here?
The second year in Kaubeuren, you had to play 17 relegation games. So this is after the season, folks, when you've only played 40 something games. You had to play 17 more relegation games.
That was fucking unbelievable.
That's half a season in Germany.
That's half a season. I was ready to go home. Like, nobody wants to stay and play the relegation game.
17 games extra just to stay in the league?
What
was it? What is that? 3 playoff rounds? What is that?
You play against I don't got the fucking how it goes. We lost the first round. We play against some team, and we lost the 7th game. So
then you play another team.
Another team again. So that's how it goes. And was it the 7th game again? So that's fucking.
So that's 14 games.
14.
And then you play someone else.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So it was crazy. It was crazy.
That is crazy. So if you would have won those game 7s, you would have been done and got to go home.
I know. And I was like, and we actually
and they pay you
the
for the season over there, right? Like, once the regular season's over, you don't get paid anymore, do you?
No. And you don't.
Right. And yeah, that's a weird situation.
That's a weird situation. That's like everybody just wants to go home, and you have to play. It
and you don't get paid to do it.
No, you get no. You don't get any. We actually we get it couple thousand after that. Like if you stay in the league, but it fucking 17 games. It was that was hard.
But playing with Carl would have been fun, eh? He's a dandy.
He's the one of the best guys in the whole my hockey career I ever know.
I agree.
Like, great guy.
Yeah, he's a shed guy. Yeah.
I know.
I just invited him here for the weekend when Dees is here.
No.
And it's like, yeah, Dees is coming. He's coming for 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. No way. Yeah. That's nice.
It's gonna be something.
Okay,
it's like it's nice. It's gonna be cool to see people in person, right? I only see them in my shed. So
I know. What about what Carl say? Is he coming or not?
Well, he doesn't know because he just got this new fancy job as a fireman. So we got to figure out
how it goes.
They're trying to figure out life and doing all that stuff because they had a house and now he's got a job somewhere else and they got a lot of things on the go until they get settled in the real world, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if it'll work. I sure hope it does.
Yeah.
Because it would be something.
I hope it too. That would be nice. If that happens, just call me. I wanna see.
Any time of day. You'll even be in the sauna, right?
Yeah. Anytime.
Anytime. Well, we have to. And that's what I love about this is bringing people back together. And like we won together and then you don't even see each other, right? It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird. So after 2 years in Kaubeuren, no, can't go past German food. What'd you think of German food? I loved it.
It's okay. You love it?
It's okay.
It's okay. It's better than okay. And it's cheap. And we eat a lot of outside. Yeah. You don't have to make the food for your home because it's so cheap.
It's so cheap that it might not be like the most healthy to like just eat a sausage on a bun.
No.
But like,
I know.
It's pretty darn good. Right?
It's good. And
schnitzel on a bun.
We eat a lot of out. Yeah. I say wrong. Like it's not okay. It's great. It's great.
That was my favorite part though. One of my favorite parts playing in Germany was how often you could eat out because it was affordable and you could go out with the crew, you go out with everybody and everybody eat out and it wasn't so much money like as it is nowadays in Canada. It's brutal.
It's brutal, yeah. What about the schnitzel? Do you like schnitzels?
Love schnitzel. I love schnitzel in any form. The only time I don't love schnitzel is when they do the mushroom sauce on it. But I like it breaded. I like it unbreaded. Yeah. I like it with brown sauce. I like it with mustard. I like it with everything.
I know. Yeah, that was my favorite. Good schnitzel and good French fries. Unbelievable. They can made it over there.
What they do right. Yeah. They do her.
That's the one.
So then after that, you go to Kazakhstan, eh? And then you get into the training. What's the food like in Kazakhstan?
Bad, really bad. They had it.
Everything is exactly what I think it might be.
Yeah. They had it actually really like good restaurants too, but it's like just a couple of ones. Otherwise, it's fucking bad food there.
Yeah,
they don't have fresh like vegetables.
So what you're saying is the players don't like they don't get to have fun playing hockey that much.
Yeah.
The food's not that good. So I don't think I would have excelled in Kazakhstan.
That was only for the money, hey? That was only for the money. So.
Yeah. So it was good money in Kazakhstan though, because I know like even Richie from Cardiff, like they're guys that went to Kazakhstan. I don't know what the money's like over there, but I don't think I would have fit in.
No, it's not worth it, but it was at that time. I was thinking about like, this is my last couple of years, so why not? I tried like I've been traveling a lot. Like I can do 1 year in Kazakhstan, and now afterwards it's those experience what we had it there. It's pretty cool. Get those stories but at the time how the practices and everything like it was really tough.
sometimes when you think back on the things we went through, like our generation of hockey players and like what people put us through, it's pretty wild, right? Compared to like
Nowadays.
we got pushed pretty hard. There was bad things happened where like guys were so tired, and so it was a lot of exercising and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know, I know what he's talking about.
Is Finland cleaned it up at all, or are they still like? Do they still show up in like July and just give her like running and jumping and?
Yeah,
They
they still doing that a lot. Yeah, little bit like they have those physical coaches and everything. Like it's getting better, but they still like to practice a lot.
Right. Yeah. It's and it's weird, right? When you get going around the world like you did in hockey and I did too, like every country has a different culture. Every country thinks things should be a certain way. And like if you go in and try and do things differently, like say in Germany, some coach comes in and says, well, we're not showing up at this time. We're going to treat them like professionals and have them come ready to play. And then like, let's pay them more for the season instead of July. Like, and then we, and like, it would take a lot of balls to do that because hockey cultures are what they are, right?
I know it's totally different. Like every country, they have all culture. So it's hard to change that one.
It is, right? They do. They have like Germany had their way of doing things, and you know what? Kabinefests was probably the best thing of their culture, right? Like I loved it.
We have to bring that one every fucking country.
Every country
Yeah.
should have Kabinefest, right?
Yeah, every country.
Yeah, folks, that is practicing. So whatever practice is the furthest away from playing an actual game, say Tuesday, you play Friday, and you have a hard practice, you give her tits, and then you just bring in cases of beer and food, and then you rotate around the team who plans this event. And then it becomes the staple of the team of like, well, this guy brought that, and I'm going to bring this. And then everybody's got stuff to talk about. And everybody's involved, and then all of a sudden you become a team, right?
That was actually how you told it. It was perfect. It was I love it because everybody has to stay there. Like nobody like
you're not allowed to leave. You can tell your kids, you can tell your Frau, your wife, whatever she wants. You're staying because work isn't over yet.
Yeah, I know. That's so nice. Even those guys who don't even want to drink, they have to stay too. And sometimes they start playing a couple of beers and they open up a little bit. And I say, okay, you are a good guy too, like because I know it's a good thing. I love it. I love it.
You're right. We got to get it more places, but like hockey's changed everywhere now. Like beards are unacceptable. Like
I know.
But I bet you Germany hasn't changed. I bet you they're still doing Kabinefest and they're still having beers and vice versa and whatever else.
I think so. I think so too. They don't change that easily.
They can't. It's too awesome.
No. Yeah. that was
so,
good. That was
anyways, okay. So then you go to Cardiff. We win it.
Yep.
And then Milton Keynes for a year. How'd you decide that? And does your family come with you? Because that's a full year.
Yeah, that was a full year. No, actually, they stay here in Pori, but they fly back and forth like
really?
5-6 times. Yeah. So
Milton Keynes had a budget that year. Or are you paying for that?
Yeah, they had a pretty good team for that year, and they paid pretty decent money. And the town was really nice. It was close to London, so we could travel a lot in London, and we had it lot of free times in the second league too. So it was pretty fun.
That would be, yeah.
And I knew it's going to be my last year, so it's my family wants to stay home, so I was thinking about 1 year I can do it, and if they fly back and forth, so it's okay. But I knew it's going to be my last year.
Yeah, no, and then you knew it. You got to run amok. You're still doing it. I find it interesting, right? How everybody gets out of the game different ways, and you were ready to be done. And your last year, you got time off where it's not so stressful and crazy, and you got to put up points and run amok and have fun, right?
That's right. Yeah, it was cool year. I like it there too.
Well, I don't know what else I got for you. You got anything for me before we shut her down?
We had a pretty good talk.
I know. I get carried away when I get chatting around, you know?
Oh yeah. It's actually time goes really fast.
It
Like
does.
fucking
And it was really, really
1.5.
fun. And it was great to
It
see you.
was. Yeah, I can't still believe that I'm talking with you. It's pretty fun.
It is fun. And your English was good enough.
Was it good enough?
Oh yeah.
Hopefully you understand. Okay, so
Yeah.
because
perfect.
it's been a while when I last time spoke in English.
No, I
Because you
know.
don't speak
And
that much. Yeah, I know. It's
well,
crazy.
it's I always talk about this is winning takes everyone, right? And when you come to Cardiff and you just blended in with the team and you were just willing to do whatever it took. And like, I knew you were a half wall guy because I had seen you before. I knew what
Yeah.
skill set you had, but then
Yeah.
when maybe you're not getting the ice time you are used to, and you come to Cardiff in the UK League and you think you might get this or that, you were just a teammate and you were like, I'll help however you guys want. I'm just here to play. I'm just here to win.
Yeah.
And that's what it took to win. And I'm pretty sure you set up the game-winning goal of the Challenge Cup, right?
Might be true.
Might be true. Chris Colligan scored, folks.
Well, yeah, he was Chris Colligan. I played with who was the right winger? Fuck me, I get
Joey
Colligan was the right. Yeah, he was my line mate. Yeah. I like to play with those guys.
No, seriously, those are shed guys, and that was your line. Was you, Haddad, and Colligan? What a squad we had, right?
I know.
Yeah,
I didn't play that much in the power play, but I was part of the team. I love it there, and I was because I knew that.
But that's what it takes. It takes guys to come in and act like that. The guys that come in and start getting sour about this and that. It's like you can't win with that going on.
No. That's how I think about that. And that was my first time when I win something, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's winning is so much fun, and it was great to see you again, sir.
You too.
And this has been another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Tits, Titties, Tats, or Wally.